Guys, in this video I am going to take you through the process of making this Daisy Kingdom snowman overalls. This was a very fun project to make, and I hope you will all enjoy seeing it come together. Guys, so today I'm starting a new project, and this project is the Snowman Toddler overalls. So these are a little small for my son. He is 3 and the biggest size is 24 months. However, it is easy to alter them simply by adding just a little bit extra seam allowance around the pattern pieces when you cut them out of the panel. So I've added about a 1/4 inch around just every single piece on every single side. And that will make them fit my son perfectly. He is a rather small 3-year-old to begin with, so I don't have to do that much alteration to make this work. So for this pattern, I have the 2 straps, and these just get put on top to put the straps on. They attach to the 2 bib pieces. So we have a big piece with the front, and this has a pretty little snowman's face on it, and then this is just the lining piece, so those will be stitched up wrong side to wrong side and put together eventually. I have the 2 backs of the legs, and these just have this cute little jingle bell cuff on them with candy canes, holly leaves, and jingle bells. And then I have the 2 fronts of the legs, and these have cute little snowmen on them, and just a really cute pattern with a little snowman peeking out of the pocket here. And it's not a real pocket, which I'm actually happy about, so it's just a cute decoration. So the first thing I need to do with these overalls is I need to stitch these straps, fold them in half, and leaving off this part that turns into this little V shape, I fold them in half and I stitch along this long line and the little short line here, and then I turn them right side out through the opening down here. So I am just going to go stitch both of the straps together and turn them right side out and iron them. And I will be back. Looking forward to this new project. Alright, so I've gotten the straps done, and they look rather nice. So the next thing I think I'm going to do is work on this bib piece. So I've got the front of the bib and the lining to it, and I am going to match these up right side to right side, and I am going to stitch around here all the way around the curve and this, and I'm going to leave this bottom bit open to attach to the pants once those are set up. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stitched together, and I will be back. Guys, so the bib is done, and I just love how it's turned out. Got the 2 straps and snowman on the front. So the next thing I think I'm going to work on is the back of the pants. So for these, the first thing I am going to do is I am going to take these and put them right side to right side and stitch them together right at the crotch seam. So that it's this long seam right in here. So I'm going to get that done, and then I will be back. See you in a bit. Okay, so I have the back crotch seam done. And that means that the next step I think I'm going to do is the front crotch seam. So I'm just going to do this the same way I did the back and stitch them right side to right side. And then, like I did with the back, I am going to iron it out and fell down the raw edges of the seam so that all raw edges are hidden and they don't fray when we wash it. Because after all, it's a kid, it's going to be washed. And we want to finish those seams so we don't destroy the garment. Anyway, next seam, crotch seam on the front. I'm going to get that done, and then we'll finally be ready to start piecing this together. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so the front of the pants has its crotch seam in, and it is all felled down in the back so the raw edges are hidden. And the next thing I need to do now is folding this and putting it away. But the next thing is to take the back, and I've already pinned this into place after measuring it, and make a casing at the waistband for a length of elastic that's going to go in. This length of elastic is very small because my son's waist is exactly 20 inches, and this is right at, I believe it was 13 inches, and this is a 7-inch piece of elastic. So this entire waistband is going to be gathered up into about 7 inches worth of elastic, and that will make him fit his little waist very well. The pair I made before this pair for him, the waist was so big, it still sags on him, and I made this years ago when he was just a little tyke. So that's my goal, and I've pinned it at about 1 inch, since this is about, I think it's a 3/4 inch elastic. But I've pinned it at 1 inch, and I've just folded down the raw edge, and then ironed that, and then folded down it over again about 1 inch, and iron that again, and I have it all pinned into place here. So I'm just going to go in and whip stitch right along here and get that all taken care of, and then I will sew the elastic in. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm first going to sew it to one side here, and then I'm going to use a safety pin to pull it through the casing all the way to this other side and hold it in place while I sew it down. So that's going to be a little complicated because of how much it's going to gather up, but I think I can get it done. So I will be back when that is complete. Okay, so I have the front of the pants gathered up, and I have sewn it down to the bib, and I have left the lining back here free so that I can tuck it down and cover up all these yucky raw edges. So to do that, I just fold down this little flap here and pin it down to where the stitch line of the waist is, and whip stitch that down, and that hides all the yucky raw edges. It makes a nice, clean, smooth finish. So I am just going to finish this, and I will be back. Alright, so the front of the overalls are now done. The lining is stitched into place, and all the raw edges are hidden. So the next thing I need to do is put the back and the front together, and I'm just going to stitch those up at the side seams and then finish those seams by felling them down. So I'm going to go get that done, and then all that's left is the hem, the inseam, and the buttonholes. So I'm just going to get that done, and I will be right back. Okay, so this is how it is looking so far. It looks pretty good. I have just popped it onto my child-size mannequin to get an idea of the fit and how it's looking. And so far, I rather like it. So I'm going to wait to do the inseam until last, because once that's done, it won't stay on the mannequin. So I think the next things I want to work on is a hem on the cuffs, and I'm just going to be turning that up probably about a 1/2 inch. I don't want to turn it up too much because it already is at a fairly good length. And then I need to put on the buttons and the buttonholes, which hold these straps in place. So the buttonholes go on the straps, and the buttons go onto the waist of the overalls. And the straps just crisscross in the back, like so, and stay in place that way. And the buttons I have chosen for this are these two little 4-hole flat, almost peppermint spots on the buttons. It kind of looks like peppermint confetti, which I thought was really cute. The peppermint stripes and the candy canes on the straps of the dress. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is the buttons and buttonholes. And then I will come back and show you what that looks like and figure out what I want to do for the hems. Because I don't want to cut off the holly, but that only leaves a teeny little 1/2 inch amount to turn up. So we'll figure that out. For now, let's get buttonholes done, and we'll go from there. Alright, I will be back in a little bit. Overalls are done, and they are really cute. So this is what the finished project looks like, and it is then the most amazing, adorable project I could have made for him for Christmas. So as I was saying the last time, the last thing that needed done was the inseam, and that is done. So that is the project complete. And I think this is one of the cutest little pairs of overalls I have ever made. I love how he has this little snowman on his bib with the jingle bells all around. Little jingle bells here, snowman down below. And I really love this little snowman peeping out of a pretend pocket over here. It is just the sweetest little thing. And the straps in the back are just absolutely precious. The crisscross and the candy cane stripes. I really like this. So this has been a fun project to make. I hope all of you have enjoyed it as much as I have. And if you like this video, please subscribe, give me a like, and leave a comment if you want. I hope to see y'all next time. Bye!